Welcome to the AI for Us 2 channel, your source for the latest AI-generated news on XRP, crypto, and precious metals. Our 100% AI-generated news content is based on real-time events and uploaded 1 to 4 times a day. Stay ahead of the curve and subscribe to our channel to experience the cutting edge of news reporting. Check out our recently uploaded videos to stay fully informed. Xrp New News Update. XRP price loses key support in market-wide slump. Here's what might come next. On April 21st, XRP experienced a drop below a key support level at the 50-day moving average, falling to 45.4 cents amidst the wider market slump that has now lasted 3 days. XRP has sustained losses on both daily and weekly timeframes, as have many other major cryptocurrencies, which have all fallen significantly from their recent local highs. This decline has been attributed to profit booking by traders. Just before the uploading of this video, XRP has fallen 3.94% in the past 24 hours, trading at 45.2 cents, and 13.37% in the past week. As traders attempt to discern whether this represents a buying opportunity or a bearish trend, bulls have tried to initiate a recovery, but have been thwarted by bears. Despite bulls' attempts to hold the decline near 47 cents, bears have kept up selling pressure, pushing XRP below the crucial 50-day moving average support. However, the relative strength index is beginning to move upward, indicating a potential for further advances if XRP can trade above 45.4 cents. In the meantime, it is possible that XRP may trade within a range between resistance at 58 cents and support at 41 cents for a period of time. A breach above the 58 cents level could trigger a new rally, while a drop to the 200-day moving average at 41 cents could lead to buyers purchasing the dip. If XRP were to break below 41 cents, it may trade in the range below it. Xrp New News Update. Verdict looms. Ripple, XRP, versus SEC court case nears climax. The Ripple versus SEC court case has been ongoing for over 2 years, and while experts believe that the verdict is imminent, it is uncertain when the decision will be announced. This case has created deep divisions between the SEC, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, Congress, and the crypto industry, placing immense pressure on Judge Annalisa Torres. XRP community attorney John E. Deaton has raised the stakes, stating that this is the most significant no-fraud SEC enforcement action since 1946, and Judge Torres is carefully weighing every word in her ruling. Attorneys speculate that a verdict could come by the end of April. At the time just before this video was uploaded, the XRP price remains strong despite the market-wide correction, and market participants await the court's decision to see how it will impact the digital asset's value. Xrp New News Update. Ripple vs SEC, Judge Torres to rule by April end. The Ripple vs SEC legal battle, which has been ongoing for over 28 months, is expected to reach a verdict by the end of April, according to attorneys John Deaton and James K. Fillon. Deaton cited previous patterns in Judge Annalisa Torres's decision-making as the basis for his forecast. XRP community member Ashley Prosper also predicted a ruling on the case soon, possibly next week, based on past cases. However, the XRP community acknowledges that the case's significance for global trade and finance could affect the timing of the verdict. Despite the delay, Deaton remains optimistic about a favorable ruling and asserts that the SEC will lose the case, citing 4 past judgments that ruled against the agency's arguments. Xrp New News Update. XRP Rich List revealed. Meet top accounts holding billions and millions. According to an update from XRP Scan, the number of active XRP accounts has reached 4.56 million, and the top 5 largest holders of XRP have a combined stake of over 6 billion XRP. The top 2 holders are Ripple and Binance, with balances of 3.73 billion XRP and 2.32 billion XRP, respectively. However, an unidentified address with almost 1.38 billion XRP managed to squeeze in between them. The 6th largest holder is also an unidentified address, but it only stores 770 million XRP. Notably, the 15th through 24th largest holders of XRP all belong to the South Korean exchange, Upbit, with each address holding 500 million tokens for a total of 5 billion XRP. This is in line with previous reports of abnormal XRP trading on Korean exchanges during the recent price boom. It's also worth noting that Coinbase still has almost 1.7 billion XRP stored on its addresses, despite delisting the token from its exchange over 2 years ago. The volumes stored on all 106 of those addresses would make Coinbase one of the largest XRP holders. AI Xrp New News Update. BlackRock CEO sold monstrous personal stake. Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, the world's largest asset management conglomerate with $10 trillion under its belt, has sold 35,800 shares of his firm. Such sell-offs were previously signals of major recession waves. Fink sold almost 7% of his stake in BlackRock's shares at an average price of $694.36, equal to roughly $25 million. Senior Management Director Richard Kushel also sold 3,000 shares worth $2.08 million. Fink typically sells his BlackRock shares before major recession events, as he did in January to February 2020 before the global panic-driven stocks sell-off. In 2 events, he unloaded over 91,000 shares. However, Fink claimed that he was not expecting a big recession to come during his last appearance on CNBC's Squawk on the Street show. According to Bloomberg, $25 million is equal to Fink's yearly compensation in BlackRock. Fink is skeptical of cryptocurrencies, but gives tokenization a chance. He has shown little optimism about the digital assets segment and predicted that the majority of existing cryptocurrency companies would fail in the coming years. He has repeatedly slammed Bitcoin for being too overhyped. Nevertheless, some commentators semi-ironically opined that Fink might be interested in buying cryptocurrencies at reduced prices. AI Xrp New News Update. Ripple's XRP-powered solution surpasses $30 billion in transactions processed since launch. RippleNet, a global payment solution powered by XRP, has processed nearly $30 billion in approximately 20 million transactions since its launch, according to a recent publication by Ripple. The payment solution provides access to its extensive global network that spans numerous countries, including India, Brazil, Mexico, Singapore, the UK, and others. These regions are responsible for a significant portion of global remittance volume, with India and Mexico leading the way in remittance inflows during 2022. The guide also revealed that Ripple processed over $1 billion in transaction volume in the Asia-Pacific region, which includes countries like India and Singapore, during the first quarter of 2022 alone. RippleNet uses the XRP token for its on-demand liquidity solution, which sources liquidity during cross-border transactions as an alternative to traditional systems. However, it is unclear how much of the processed volume has been influenced by the cryptocurrency, which currently has a market capitalization of $46.7 billion. The value of XRP has been affected by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's lawsuit against Ripple and 2 of its executives, alleging they raised over $1.3 billion through an unregistered, ongoing digital asset securities offering. AI Xrp New News Update. Geopolitical tailwinds have strengthened long-term value proposition of crypto. According to a report by Crypto Compare, the short to medium-term outlook for global financial markets suggests a recession is impending, with inflation and supply chain issues being among the key factors. However, geopolitical tailwinds have strengthened the long-term value proposition of cryptocurrencies, as they have shown to be a viable hedge against traditional financial and political systems. In the event of a recession, the report notes that crypto markets could experience a sharp correction, but may be used as a buying opportunity by long-term holders. The report also highlights the positive role of cryptocurrencies in high inflationary environments, as seen in countries like Venezuela, Argentina, and Nigeria. Additionally, the report suggests that macroeconomic events, such as a potential invasion of Taiwan by China, could further influence crypto markets. AI Xrp New News Update. XRP price crash to be offset by Ripple making growth in the European market. It appears that the XRP price has been heavily influenced by the ongoing legal battle between Ripple and the SEC, with investors hoping for a favorable ruling. However, the recent crash in price can also be attributed to broader market bearishness and regulatory uncertainty, particularly after SEC Chair Gary Gensler failed to answer questions regarding the status of Ethereum. Ripple International Policy Council has suggested that the company is now turning its attention to collaborating with the European Union following the approval of the Markets in Crypto Assets (MiCA) law. This move is seen as a sensible and progressive approach to crypto regulation, which stands in stark contrast to the lack of clear regulations in the United States. While the XRP price has suffered a recent crash, it remains to be seen whether the investors' expectations of a favorable SEC ruling will come to fruition. In the meantime, investors should await concrete bullish signals before investing in the hopes of a quick recovery. AI Xrp New News Update. Dogecoin creator issues stark warning on crypto investing. Here's what he said. The co-creator of Dogecoin, Billy Markus, has warned against investing in cryptocurrencies, stating that it is literally just investing in mental illness. Markus, who has taken a pessimistic approach towards cryptocurrencies in recent years, criticized non-fungible tokens, NFTs, as even more mentally ill, and referred to Binance Smart Chain, BSC, tokens as garbage. His comments come amidst a bearish climate in the crypto market, with investors suffering significant losses following the euphoria of the 2021 bull run. Markus also criticized those who claim that making jokes about cryptocurrency is preventing generational wealth, calling the notion gross. Fellow Dogecoin co-founder Jackson Palmer had previously expressed his desire for the crypto industry to end during the 2022 bear market. Xrp New News Update. Ukraine commits to adopting EU crypto asset regulations. Following the European Parliament's approval of the Markets in Crypto Assets (MiCA) regulation, Ukrainian authorities have publicly declared their intention to adopt this legislative package within their own country. According to a report by Cointelegraph, Yaroslav Zhelezniak, the deputy chairman of the Tax Committee of Ukraine, announced on his Telegram channel on April 20 that they are collaborating with the National Commission for Securities and the Stock Market, NKCPFR, and other regulatory bodies to implement certain provisions of MiCA, thereby legalizing crypto assets in Ukraine. A member of the NKCPFR, Yuria Boyko, expressed confidence that Ukraine would be among the first countries to incorporate this regulation into their national legislation. The adoption of MiCA is expected to support startups within the EU, potentially increasing their market share compared to unregulated competitors. The European Parliament's recent approval of this legislation marks a significant milestone for the crypto industry within the European Union. MiCA is the European Union's first-ever legislation for tracking crypto asset transfers. It aims to deter money laundering, establish standard supervision, and provide consumer protection guidelines. The legislation subjects crypto transfers to the travel rule, which is already applicable in traditional finance. This rule mandates that transaction information, including the source and recipient of the asset, be documented and stored on both ends of the transfer. The MiCA framework, agreed upon with the Council in June 2022, contains provisions to prevent market manipulation and financial crime. It will cover crypto assets not currently regulated by existing financial services laws, targeting transparency, disclosure, authorization, and supervision of transactions for those issuing and trading crypto assets. Ukraine's decision to adopt the EU regulations follows the country's achievement of candidate status for the EU in June 2022. The European Council has recognized Ukraine's efforts to meet the objectives underlying its candidate status for EU membership. The introduction of customized regulations for the crypto industry in one of the world's largest markets aims to protect users and foster innovation. Major players like Binance are prepared to modify their business operations over the next 12 to 18 months to achieve full compliance with the new EU regulations. Xrp New News Update. Trustwallet users lose $170,000 to vulnerability. Trustwallet, a crypto wallet provider, has reported a vulnerability that led to the loss of $170,000 to its users. The vulnerability affected wallets generated by its browser extension between November 14 to 23, 2022. The vulnerability was reported by an unnamed security researcher in November 2022 through the Trustwallet bug bounty program. The company delayed this disclosure to prevent immediate attacks and reduce potential breaches. However, the vulnerability was exploited twice, leading to the loss of around $170,000. Trustwallet has assured that it will refund impacted users' stolen funds and has warned users to withdraw funds immediately if they have vulnerable addresses. The incident has prompted Trustwallet to increase its security audits and audit coverage to prevent a recurrence. Xrp New News Update. Citi analysts predict near-perfect conditions for silver's ongoing bull market. Experts suggest $30 an ounce a possibility. Citi analysts have predicted that silver prices could increase to $30 per ounce this year, citing near-perfect conditions for the ongoing bull market in silver markets. Over the past 6 months, silver has risen more than 29% against the US dollar and was hovering around $25.08 per ounce as of April 22, 2023. The Citi analysts also noted a distinct possibility of $34 per ounce in 6 to 12 months. Several market researchers and economic forecasters have also predicted a bullish year for silver, with some suggesting it could reach $30 or even $40 per ounce due to inflation and as a hedge against the stock market. Xrp New News Update. Arkansas makes gold, silver legal tender. 23 states involved in similar legislation to establish US dollar alternatives. The state of Arkansas has passed a bill that designates gold and silver coins as legal tender, allowing citizens to use them to pay debts without resulting in tax duties. The bill also clarifies that gold and silver coins will not be considered property for tax purposes. Arkansas is the fourth state to approve gold and silver as legal tender, following Wyoming, Oklahoma, and Utah. According to the 10th Amendment Center, 23 states are currently developing regulations to allow the use of gold and silver as legal tender. Some experts believe this is an initiative to undermine the powers of the U.S. Federal Reserve, as residents will likely prefer to use coins that hold their value over Federal Reserve notes. The idea of making gold and silver legal tender is enshrined in the U.S. Constitution, which states that no state shall make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts. Market analysts predict that a bull market for gold is coming. Xrp New News Update. Financial analyst Charles Nenner warns about the end of the US dollar and its consequences. It's important to note that predictions about the future of the US dollar, like those made by Charles Nenner, are based on analysis and speculation and do not necessarily reflect what will actually happen. The US dollar has been the world's dominant reserve currency for decades, and while it may face challenges in the future, it is unlikely to simply disappear overnight. That being said, it is always important to consider the potential consequences of changes in global currency markets. A decline in the value of the US dollar could lead to a decrease in demand for US treasuries and other US debt instruments, which could in turn lead to higher interest rates and slower economic growth. Additionally, a shift away from the US dollar as the world's reserve currency could lead to geopolitical shifts, as countries that rely heavily on the US dollar may seek to develop new economic and political alliances. It's also worth noting that the rise of alternative currencies, like the Chinese yuan or cryptocurrencies, may not necessarily lead to the downfall of the US dollar, but could instead lead to a more diverse global currency system. Ultimately, the future of the US dollar and the global economy is difficult to predict with certainty, and will depend on a variety of factors and events that are difficult to foresee. Xrp New News Update. On your screen is today's summary of the technical indicators for XRP. Based on 11 oscillator indicators and 15 moving averages indicators. Out of the 11 oscillator indicators, 2 recommend selling XRP, 6 are neutral, and 3 indicate a buy signal for XRP. Meanwhile, out of the 15 moving averages indicators, 7 recommend selling XRP, 1 is neutral, and 7 recommend buying XRP. Based on these indicators, the overall sentiment towards XRP appears to be neutral, with 9 of the combined number of indicators recommending a sell, 7 of the combined indicators being neutral, and 10 of the combined number of indicators recommending it is time to buy XRP. However, it is important to note that technical indicators are not always reliable and should be used in conjunction with other forms of analysis before making any investment decisions. Xrp New News Update. If you look at the screen of your device now, you will see a Bitfinex chart of the XRP USD trading pair on the TradingView charting platform. The featured chart uses historical daily price cycles to provide expected future price pivot dates for XRP USD. It is important to note that this chart should be used in conjunction with your preferred technical indicators to maximize accuracy. Buy and sell signals from your preferred technical indicators will most likely be triggered on or near the price pivot prediction dates. This chart is updated daily in our videos so that you can watch in real time the accuracy of the prediction method. However, it's important to exercise caution and consider the inherent risks and volatility of cryptocurrency trading before making any investment decisions. Here are the future price pivot prediction dates for the XRP USD trading pair. Be aware, this charting method does not predict price. Instead, it predicts price action. In addition, there is a one-candle window of error on either side of a specific price prediction date on the chart. This means, the actual pivot may come one candle before a specific prediction date or one candle after the prediction date. Now for the dates to look out for. Saturday, April 22, 2023. Wednesday, April 26, 2023. Friday, April 28, 2023. And Sunday, April 30, 2023. This completes the XRP New News Updates video. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video for more updates and insights into crypto and finance.